Morning. Right, gonna crack straight on with this. After the success of the cab yesterday, I reckon we can rattle through this quite quickly, get it done, get it reassembled, get you watching something else, because yeah, God, I'm bored now, so you must be. Just one head to do, all the same bits and bobs we learned yesterday, probably a few of the same mistakes we made yesterday, but I'm just going to crack on. I don't think there's any need to show you any more corners. I probably will, because I'm quite pleased with myself when I do them right. Yeah, let's get going. We'll do speedy vision for a bit. I'm going to put something noisy on. Yeah. Ooh, and presto, look at that. The big wrap bit done before my tea went cold. That's good, isn't it? That took about 3 hours yesterday. See, getting blasé now. What is it to say? Pride before a fall? You wait. You wait. Right, now, what I've indicated with my finger was that yesterday we made a colossal cock up by getting glue all over this bit on the cab, by gluing all this bit and then flopping it over. So I've not glued these bits, and I'm probably going to use the gloopy contact adhesive to do the final seam bit, which I suppose we ought to do now, really, haven't we? Where's it going to go? Should we just try it with the spray stuff? Am I getting a bit cocky? Yes, I am. So let's cut a line a little bit away from where we're aiming, and then we can do a neater one in a minute. You know what? New day, new blade. Let's do that. Like that's a saying. It's not a saying, is it? It is now. First cut of the day. We've only been going for, well, what have we had? About 5 Willhaven songs. We're on Willhaven, by the way, today. Yeah, noisy definitely works. That off there. Now let's get glooping. So we're going to go gloopy on this bit, and then we're going to do some corners, I guess, and we've got a tricky bit in the middle to do there. So contact adhesive, that's already glued down, but shouldn't be too permanent, hopefully. This has got contact adhesive, that's coming off there. So the theory being, we're going to glue this over here, so they're on top of each other. We're going to make a cut down here somewhere, and we're going to peel away that bit, and then peel away the bit underneath, and we will have a nice butted joint. Let's try it. Okay, so gluey, gluey, gluey. Didn't need to put that much on, did I? So we're up to there. Let's work out where our line's going to be quite quickly. I think there somewhere, kind of in line with the edge of the cab, the inner edge. Does that look straight? I suppose I could measure it, couldn't I? But you know, where's the fun in that? I think that's probably enough. I don't want to. Take that bit off, yoink. Peel that back a bit. And take this bit out. It's not cut all the way through. Come on. He comes out of there. This butts up neatly. Sort those bits out in a bit. corner covers will be doing the work there, but in the main that's okay. I mean, the colour and texture doesn't match, but it's on the bottom and it's not as bad as the one on the cab, so that's okay. Quite pleased with that. Let's give it a roll. Das is good. I seem to have a bit of a bubble here, which may be because I got all excited and didn't wait long enough for me spray to dry properly, but I'm sure in time it'll sort itself out. These things have a way of doing that, don't they? Right, next thing.
Excellent. Hang on, let me turn clutch off. Hang on.
Excellent stuff. Right then. Sorry, we've moved on to clutch from Willhaven. And clutch are getting the job done for me because this is going well. Now that might not look perfect, but it's okay because that's the inside where the back flap goes. And the reason I've not carried on onto these bits, which I did in the cab, is because, let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Messy shed. Oh, rattly camera. Which way does that go? That way. Now watch me glue this to the cab now. This is the back panel, which is the first thing we did. And I'm thinking that if I put stuff in here, because there's stuff on there, it's going to sit proud. So let's just offer it up and have a look. Oh, blimey, will it go in? Yeah, see what I mean? Ooh. Yeah, it's going to be tight, but that's how we want it. That is going to look pretty splendid, isn't it? It's upside down at the minute. That's going to look okay. Let's rattle on and do the front. Good stuff. More clutch.
A fantastic player with over 50 caps.
No. Curses. No. Excellent. Right, let's give that 15 minutes. Hello, we've been joined by Pepper. Pepper, please don't stick your nose in this. You want to say hello to the people? Oh, hang on. Oh, we're not doing very well at the rugby, are we? Pepper, you want to say hello to the internet? They like cats. Oh, no you don't. Okay, fine. Right, sticking. Oh. Come on, England. Right, last 2 bits.
A little bit subdued. A couple of reasons. I've done all the corners, obviously. But I was doing the front last, and the last couple of corners I did have gone a little awry. I mean, they're okay. I don't know if you can see that. Where are you? Are you there? They're okay. Once the corner's on, it'll hide a multitude of sins, but not as neat as I would have liked. But they'll do. They'll do. No, mainly subdued because we're getting thumped by France, which isn't never a good day. Now this bit, when I This is the underneath, this is the bottom of the amp. There's a grill in the actual amplifier, and obviously this is ventilation. So when I cut this, I did diagonals in from there, and then the center one, folded them, which left triangles in the corners, because that was cut like that. As they fold, you get a triangle. So I've just cut out some corners. Again, this is a little scrappy, I'll let you see, but it's how it was done originally. It's how Blackstar do it. It doesn't look too bad on camera actually, I'll take that. Which has left us with, obviously all the overlaps inside. Sorry, this is all getting very jerky, isn't it? There we go. So I'm just going to cut those off a bit. It's nearly time for reassembly, folks. This isn't all my contact adhesive, some of it was the original that I didn't sand all the way off. Seems to be helping with the adhesion though. Blimey, these are really stuck on. Right, shall we get to reassemble him? I think the glue is going to hold it together as much as the screws, but I'm not planning on taking this apart anytime soon. Might have to trim the corners down a bit. I mean, they were completely, if you remember from the stripping video, they were completely sheared off under the corner caps, so we'll see how they go on. I'm not going to make you watch me screwing on plastic bits. I will see you when it's done. Well, we're not going to have a grand slam, are we? Feels a bit gloomier in here today, doesn't it? Oh, it's probably the rugby. Can you see that? Yeah, you can.
At the start of this new era of French rugby, with the same questions we asked of England in Yokohama back in November, we're asking again 3 months on in Paris.
Well done, France.
As France heads towards the final minute, they have the ball. They're only 5 meters.
Nearly as bad as saying well done, Wales. Isn't it?
Got the points on the board.
Right.
Into the final minute we go. The flags are flying as they did before kickoff.
Tight, very nice.
And the applause for the end of the Marseillaise. Again, these young French forwards just picking
And
going.
it goes. Well, that looks okay, doesn't it?
Come back well from 24-0 down.
That looks rather smashing. Right, let me get this on, get the corners on. Hello. So finally, mercifully, we get to the end. It's been 2 solid weekends, this has. You think these videos will on? There's hours and hours. There's probably, let's think, full day till, what time is it now? It's 5:30. Started a bit late today. 6 hours. There's a good 30 hours, 25, 30 hours gone into this with the stripping and with the stripping. But there it is. That looks okay. And there's bits I'm looking at that I'm not happy with, but you know, like I say, from the front row you're not going to see them. That looks okay. Yeah. And there's the back. I think the back looks nicer than the front, to be honest. Yeah, that's all good. New handle, new corners. Oh, I think the handle's a bit big for it actually, but it works. I'll get used to it. And yet, the only thing I might do is have this out. I think I've said this about 6 times, haven't I already? Have this out. Cover this in the red as well, behind the Blackstar badge obviously, and then add the gold piping around that bit, and then it'll look well posh. But no, pleased with that. Just got to test it now. Beer o'clock. Well, there we have it. Finished. Very pleased. Smug face. Back patting. Yeah, that is it. Definitely going to do that grill, I think. Or if I don't do it in this stuff with the piping, I'm definitely going to do it in another bit of this so it matches. Apart from that, all is good. Just got to test it now. But let's have a quick wander around. Cheers, by the way. yeah, looks rather nice on. Oh, what am I doing? It's far too dark to see anything. I should probably try and do a daylight one of these, shouldn't I? But that, for 150 quid cab, 150 quid head and cab, 40 quid of material, of which there's loads left, about a tenner's worth of glue, actually maybe a bit more glue. What else have we bought? Oh, 20 quid's worth of new corners, and new handle from Blackstar. So what's that? We've got 40, 60, 70, 80 with glue and bits and bobs. So we're still under 250 quid, which I'm delighted with. But it's not about money, it's about satisfaction. So I reckon that's a good job. I'm not going to put beer on it. Don't put beer on people's guitar amps. Hopefully this is still in tune. Let's try it. So again, because it's not a valve amp, you can just straight on. Yeah, it might be in noisy mode. Fiddly bits to play around with at my leisure, which I haven't done any of yet. These are all the previous owner's settings. Oh dear. I like that one. Ribbons. Much to play with. That's quite basic. Yeah, so that's me playing. Well, in summary, it works. Pleased. Turn it off. So, as I said in an earlier bit, if you're thinking about doing this, do it, because it's easier than you think. Take your time. I mean, it's taken me 4 days, 2 weekends, but I was over careful with the preparation, which I think you should be too. Put all your effort into that, getting everything flat and smooth and lovely and clean. Don't rush it. Think twice before you do everything. Don't just do it, or be careful and you'll be fine. I'm really chuffed, and yeah, I've got material left, so I want more things to cover now. Might do a guitar case. Right, thank you for watching. I think that's it. See you later. Ta-da.